love that you bring the energy. She's more awake than I am. I have had zero coffee. So she's going to bring all the energy. Hannah.
He has a Pepsi. He'll be good.
Put stuff where you don't want. I don't want
Showing your soda.
Hannah with an L in the house. What's going on? Yes, Mulan is a new Disney movie. Sure, not 60 in the house. Dean Bancroft. What's going on, my man? Turkey leg. Sandy Norris, what's going on? How are you? Sandy Norris said that somebody was ripping me on some live stream, and I don't even know what it was. I don't know who it was. Wow. You should send me a note. I don't know. Anyway, Eileen Iskra and/or Eskra. I think I've heard of her.
I think so.
We like her. Yes. Good morning, lovely 60. Yeah, she keeps texting me. Oh, the weather's great now that you're not here.
Yeah, whatever.
Lori Fred to the house. What's going on? We got some news. We got a lot of news, actually. A lot of news that could have been the lead. So as I shared with people before, now that we're doing the show this way, Good Morning Disney news to start the day, and then just talk about what's going on and our opinions on it in our life and stuff like that. That's kind of the new format here. At the end of the day, I go, well, let's go see what the Disney news of the night is, what the day is, what I think will be the Disney news of the next day.
Yeah.
And it's been early, so it hasn't been too hard to, swing and miss or hit. Yesterday I had a bunch of options. Yeah. Disney earnings. Going to talk a little business today, but don't leave. I swear I won't make it boring. Disney earnings came out yesterday. And, somebody like me who likes the stock market and likes Disney best, it's the biggest piece of my little baby portfolio. I'm very well aware of what's going on with Disney earnings news. So I knew it was coming for about a couple of weeks, obviously. I mean, it's on the calendar. You know when it's coming. It's not like, oh, here it comes. And everybody knew they were going to lose not millions, but billions in the quarter. And so I didn't know how everyone's going to react to it because short term, they're going to lose a lot of money. I mean, Disneyland is a locals park right now, or not right now. Let me say that again. Disneyland is a locals park.
Yes.
People don't travel very often to Disneyland. Disney World in Orlando is a destination. It is not a locals park.
Multiple resorts. Yeah.
Except it is now. It is today.
Yeah,
it has been for the last few weeks. It's a locals park. Who's going there? People who live there.
Right.
Cancellations, and we're going to talk about that. Bob Chapek, the big guy now at Disney, talked about cancellations are through the roof. Why? Because the pandemic, the media's play on the pandemic, people aren't ready to go. And that said, it's interesting because wait times are going up. More people are going to the parks. My buddy Prince Charming Deb just had a video, was it 2 days ago? Recently, is the park fun now that crowds are starting to come? But they aren't everywhere. Epcot's actually having less people come than they did in the first few days there. The only park that's having that. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I've got a bunch of articles that I'll read a little bit and I'll talk about and we'll get your guys' thoughts on it. But the big news is Disney stock. I mean, let's be real. You go to bed and then you wake up and there's more money in your account. That's a beautiful thing. After hours trading, the market goes till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it starts up at 8:30 my time, different everywhere. So that's the only time that people are really trading, but that's not totally true. Disney after hours, let's just see. We are, nope, that's since I've owned it. I don't want to lie to everybody. We are at an amazing time. Disney, since everyone went to bed yesterday, it's at 128. It was at 115. So what is that? My gosh, from 115 to 128, that's, well, let's just do the math. I can pull up the calculator. Why am I making this hard?
Morning math with Dole Whip Dad.
It's 11%. So if you had $100, now you have $111. If you had $10, now you have $11. I mean, if you had $1,000, now, that's significant in a day. Like if you could do that over a year, you'd be the best.
Nice little snowball, just adding up and adding up.
11% overnight. And my take, that's on an earnings report that lost billions over a 90-day period. Right. What does that tell you? I don't know. But what it tells me, investors know that I'm almost fearful that I'm going to make somebody mad with this, but I love you, but get over it because good news is coming. There's a lot of people who just want bad news. And I've had people get mad at me over the last few months because I like to be the bearer of good news when I see it. I don't want to lie, but I see good news. I see COVID data that tells me that things are great. It's not what I hear reporters saying. I think the problem today, and I think that the big news people know this, I think the problem today is people read the headline, and that's all. But if you read into, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, paragraph 5, and then you read from a bunch of different places, I don't know how you come away negative right now.
Well, and one of the things I find is like when I'm reading, I'll do the headline and then you read down, and some of the stats they're giving are from like the summertime. If you look at the dates,
if you read with a critical eye,
they're not even recent.
If you're looking for good news, which I am, it's there. The headlines are attempting to scare the crap out of you. There is such good news as it relates to everything. Now, I bet a bunch of you are going, what is he talking about? This guy's an idiot. People are dying.
Here, they are making it sound like it's incredibly crazy and where people are dying every day, when in fact our
Disney's up 8.87% today. It's now at $127.74. That's more. That's $2.74 more than I just said. By the way, sorry to interrupt you.
So our hospitalizations have actually went way down.
The point back to Disney is investors are looking 3 months, 6 months, 12 months out. Okay, they are. Investors know what I believe is the travel industry is about to come back. Why is the travel industry going to come back? Because we're about to go back to real life.
Yeah,
we are.
At some point.
We are. Now, it doesn't mean that bad things aren't going to happen. That doesn't mean that people are still not going to die. People die every day, and people will continue to die of COVID. It's bad. It's super bad. People will die of other things too. All those things are bad. But on the COVID front, it's a bunch of good news, man. It's a bunch of good news. And I think the world wants people to think it's a bunch of bad news. And the connection with Disney is simply the proof is in the investors. I mean, you can go, yeah, but maybe they're wrong. Okay, fine. You can play that game. Maybe they're wrong. Well, you can then go ahead and short Disney. And I know I'm getting into the investor weeds here. But they just posted a multi-billion-dollar quarterly loss, and the stock is up, I think, 12%. The market has only been open for 38 minutes today. Okay. Bye, Hannah. Have a great day. I think that it is undeniable that there's a bunch of good news on the pandemic front. There's a bunch of good news on the economic front. And yet the reporting is attempting to terrify people. And I think that the investors, and if you look at Walmart, if you look at Target, if you look at if you look at Disney, if you look at some of the long-term things, travel is still down. A lot of travel stocks are down. I own some Norwegian and some Carnival cruises. They're still low. I'll be buying those because they're going to go up. I think it's clear, guys, that the people in the know that we're going to be good. Sure, there's going to be some pain. I still think the fall is going to be bad. I think next fall is going to be bad because the flu is going to come, and that's going to make things worse, and it's not going to go away. But I'm here to say, and I probably said it in a negative way, so I guess I should apologize for that. But I'm here to say the reflection is more on us individually and how we feel about what's going on. I see a lot of positives. I do. And the Disney thing is interesting because, I mean, let's get to it. Well, and I need to say hi to everybody in chat. And let's get to what like Bob Chapek said and all that. We'll get to some Disney news. But I'm way behind in chat. Anything you want to say on that? Anything you want to agree with or disagree with? Or
no.
I know you don't like it when I get, I don't know. I don't think it's political, but you know, you can't not be political right now. I mean, the truth is the truth. We're in an election season, and people, there's one side that wants you to think we're going to be okay, and there's one side that wants you to think we're all going to die. I mean, you be you, and you decide what you want to do. You guys, if you listen to me at all, you can tell what side I'm on. I'm not trying to promote my political side. I'm on the stop being fearful side, though. I will say that, and I unapologetically, I would rather you be a fan. I'd rather you stay. I'd rather you love us. But I'd really rather tell the truth. And I guess maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see the negative of being wrong. My position. I mean, Disney's up another. Is it 127.82 right now? It's 10.53. It's up 9% today. That's insane. Well, anything you want to say, and then I'll say hi to chat, and then we'll talk about some of the more newsworthy Disney things.
No, I'm good. I mean,
Nana Barb in the house. Good morning. Sandy Norris. I think I said hi to Soraya in the house. Morning, everyone. Tina McNeil. Good morning to you. Jeff, is your baby portfolio cuter than Baby Yoda? My baby portfolio is the most beautiful thing in the history of the universe.
Baby Yoda is pretty cute.
Speaking of cute baby things, we've got to have a cute baby in our house tomorrow.
Yes.
we're excited about that. I don't know which one it is. Which one? One do I say?
Everly.
Everly. Her name's Everly. What's the other one's name?
Emberlyn.
Is that insane, people? I had a baby named Everly and I'm sorry.
Ember.
I'm being funny and I couldn't get it right. They were born within the same 3 minutes from two different kids in my family, and they decided to name them the same freaking name. Is this a goal to make me feel old? Is that what they're doing?
Probably. It is your kids.
E1 and E2. I'm not sure if it's E1 or E2 tomorrow, but
E2.
E2. Okay. Cool. You mean Wall Epcot? Yeah, Epcot. Beauty and the Bates. Maybe that's right. Tiana.
It doesn't say Disney. It says.
I put the show is Good Morning Disney. The couple is Beauty and the Bates. It's like the channel is Dole Whip Dad. Hi, my name's Jeff. I know it's confusing. Walcott, exactly, Sandy. Big Disney fan says hi, Paula. He says hi.
Hello.
Tiana, Italian spelling. Tiana spelled a lot of ways. Hello, Ray J. What's going on, my man? Disney Plus finally coming to Indonesia. I was going to mention that. I don't know if we'll get it. It's like 8 stories down in my little email list. But yes, Disney Plus and Roku's having a good day today. All have room to grow because of the international market. People like Ray J who don't live in America. What? People don't live in America? Who knew? Yeah, Indonesia will be getting it. Well, he just said in September in the fall.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, think about the millions and millions and millions of people. I mean,
right.
Europe just got it I guess maybe 2 months ago now, but it is what it is. If you want bad news, just turn on the news. Bam. I do really believe that's why, streamers, people who are spreading information online are having such success right now. I'm having success on all my metrics except for subscribers. Lost 25 subscribers yesterday. What the heck? But all the other metrics are up. So, it is what it is. But I do think people are turning off the TV. I do. I think people are turning off from this. I've probably lost 4 or 5 people. There is a small group of people that just don't want to hear positivity. Just want to be mad at anyone who's not living in fear. I've made a bunch of people mad. I probably made a couple mad today. But I totally agree with you, Soraya. Pray for that. You must be positive. Don't listen to the news. I listen to a lot of news. I guess you've got to be able to synthesize it. And maybe people on the other side would say, I'm just ignoring the bad news. But I think it's going to be amazing in mid-November how it all goes away. Hubby says it will be gone after the election. And Hubby's right, Nana.
Yep. It'll
be something different to me bad about, or it'll all of a sudden be let's all get together and save the world. The headlines are clickbait. Destination Chronicles, exactly. We talk about this. Like, should we talk about these things? And sometimes she doesn't like that I talk about them. And, my daughter doesn't like when we talk about them. The truth is I believe that we will be rewarded for spreading positivity. And sometimes I do that in a negative way. I understand that. I'm not Mr. Oh, you're going to be okay. I'm usually Mr. Shut up. That's dumb. And some people are going to like it. Some people aren't. Did you guys see the explosion in Beirut?
That was crazy.
That was like a war video. That's the biggest explosion I've ever seen that wasn't in a war.
It was absolutely crazy.
And
we have so many different
test.
Views of it because there was a small fire first.
Yeah.
And it was clearly like fireworks going off.
Yeah.
So people were filming it thinking, wow, look at this big fire. And then boom, they were on the floor with their cameras thrown somewhere.
that was scary stuff.
Crazy.
You could see the what is that? I guess was that the sound wave you saw? I don't even know what that is. You see, it
was just everything just getting flattened.
It was amazing. It was horrible. I mean, people died. I mean, there was a building there that's not there anymore. It was like a whole block, right? And it was at the port, and the port's like gone now. I think I don't want to give out the wrong information, but I think that's correct. That's nuts. Ray J, you're making my day. I saw good news today. Dole Whip Dad stream. I appreciate that, man. I do. I know that, there's plenty of people who are just going to be down the middle and hope to not piss anybody off. That's not me. It's just not me. I think that I am here to help people. And I think that part of that is saying, boy, that's stupid. Are you like so many people who I really love and respect, I believe are headline slaves to the headlines and just believe everything that people who have an agenda are saying. And they might think that I'm crazy, but there's data on COVID. There's data on the economics. There's data on all kinds of stuff. And I only see positivity when I look for it. But maybe that's because I'm looking for it. I don't know. Wait, why does your name say Beauty and the Bates? Misty wants to know. because I'm really, really pretty, and her last name is Bates.
There you go.
Morning, Jeff and Paul. Jay Skywalker one still has a better last name than me. Have a camper, will travel, and going to travel. You know, man, got some friends who are into the RV lifestyle.
Yeah.
Some of our California friends and a couple other people, and I think they've got the right idea. I tell you what, those little mini houses. What are they? They're not even houses.
The
like
tiny living. The
they're
tiny
going
houses.
through the roof. RV sales are through the roof right now.
Well,
RV
I mean, that's how
sales-
you can travel and kind of keep your family contained.
Well, and the gas prices didn't hurt RV sales, but
yeah.
I mean, gas prices. Your RV, you gotta get like 6 and 8 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Lori. Again, I appreciate it. I know. I mean, I can see the numbers. I've probably pissed off 5 or 6 people on the show, and maybe they'll never come back. And I'm okay with that. I love you, but I'm not going to pretend like I think the sky is falling. You know, people who think the sky is falling, they've been wrong every day in the history of the world. You know, bad stuff happens every day, sure, but better stuff happens every day. Yeah, because everyone refuses to watch the news. Some people prefer to be Debbie Downers. Tina, that's so right. Like I've had people get mad at me online and in personal life because I won't agree with their, oh my gosh, we're all going to die. It's a pandemic, okay? A pandemic means it's gone over country lines. It's gone from a continent to another continent. It has spread vastly. It's super bad, all right? But the percentages of death, while any death is horrible, are negligible. And there's a group of people that go, oh, what a jerk. People are dying. Do you drive in your car? Are you aware that people die? I don't understand the more morbid fascination. I think people like it. Unfortunately, I think I just lied. I think I do understand it. I think people just have hate and want to have excuses for why they have to sit on the couch. Laura Ingalls had a cousin named Laura Ingalls. Laura Ingalls had a cousin named Laura Ingalls. Keith, big Disney fan. Laura Ingalls had a cousin named Laura Ingalls.
Fun fact.
Topical. Okay. I mean, we like Laura Ingalls, right? My kids were
Samantha
really
read every one of the books, including like Rose Ears and all the other ones.
I know it was big in my family for a while. We had some cute little kids, my daughters, with
And
big
the
blue
bonnets.
bonnets. Yes. I
Oh,
like that. I
goodness,
miss it. We
that
got
was
you have
so
those pictures
funny.
somewhere. I
Yeah.
never watched those movies or those. I never read those books, but I saw those shows. You guys would watch them.
Yeah.
Is that Michael Landon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, they read.
I don't know
all
it
of
well, but
them.
I know you guys watched all those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they loved it.
That makes me think of like what's the show you liked? Dr. Quinn Medicine
Dr.
Woman.
Quinn. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Peyton's jam.
I would come home and they would be watching that.
And Touched by an Angel.
Yes, I was just gonna say, and then after that, I'd come home and they'd be
that was me
crying.
and Gloria.
Yeah.
Gloria and I used to
I'd come home and
watch
I'm like, who
Touched by an
died? What's
Angel.
going on? We're watching TV. What the heck? Oh. Chicago schools to hold classes entirely online. That's interesting. I'm listening Ninja Mode. I'm at work. Candy Mom, I appreciate it. Candy Mom's boss. She's awesome. Give her a raise. Yep, positive. I will be in the Magic Kingdom in exactly 24 hours. Nice, right? So we will be,
Awesome.
if the world allows, we will be there in October and New Year's Eve and I don't know, February or March.
Yeah.
So showing the explosion.
So we have reservations
We're pretty excited
for
about it.
2 different places. And the first part of the trip, I read that they're not opening that resort. So I haven't heard what Disney wants us to do yet. So we'll just see. At some point, I'll sit on the phone and wait my time
Right.
and call them and be like, okay, what's going on? But not today.
Not today.
Mostly because like when I do like half of it's DVC, half of it's not. So like my DVC, I always call Kelly, our person. And right now you can't use their extensions to get to your
You can't
person.
get your direct person, right?
No, and it's
But
just
we
not
love
as
Kelly.
fun.
I'm sure the other people are nice too, but
they're okay. Well, the
They're
last
not
one
Kelly.
was just okay, and that's
See?
really unusual.
and that's because it wasn't Kelly.
It was.
If you don't know who we're talking about, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. She's my co-host on Friday night Disney Pins Live. She has a great channel in her own right. It's awesome. I'm a fan of Laura Ingalls, says Lori French. Read all her books. I'm sure we own or at one
We
point owned
did
all
had
the books.
all of them, but years ago.
Sorry, my great. Sorry for the cough. Ozone layer day yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling it today. I guess I should keep talking. My great grandmother used to make me watch Dr. Quinn.
And
Walker,
Texas
Texas
Ranger.
My grandma and grandpa
Walkers.
would make my oldest daughter, Brittany, who I think still is a Chuck Norris fan because of this.
No,
watch.
it's Peyton that is a Chuck Norris.
Oh,
like
I thought
Peyton
am I misremembering
loved
it?
Walker, Texas Ranger. Those were the two shows she loved.
Didn't Brittany love it too, or am I misremembering that?
I don't think so. Maybe, but Peyton loved Walker, Texas Ranger.
I mean, Chuck Norris is pretty cool.
Oh, that's so funny.
Jay says, I still watch Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm going to have to talk to her.
Oh, good. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when Peyton decided she could do karate and do some really fun moves. And she wore boots and a cowboy hat. Like all of her 7 and 8 year old year. Because I used to have to tell her, do not climb the trees in your cowboy boots.
Right.
Because she would. And then all of a sudden, boom, because she would slip.
Boy, when she cried too. Oh,
yeah. She was dramatic. Just a little bit.
Let's talk about Mulan, shall we?
Yes. Back to Disney news.
Is my dog outside?
Yes. I told Reagan to grab her.
Is she listening?
She will.
Uh-huh. Mulan coming to Disney Plus. Did you see? Do you know? Are you aware? Interesting stuff. ATJH, what's going on? Honestly, it's hard to know what to believe these days. Don't believe the fear. It's pretty easy. Don't believe the fear. Don't. Or do it, maybe. I don't know. ATJH, your Instagram rocks, by the way. ATJH travels, great supporter of the channel, great supporter of YouTubers in general. One of my favorite Instagrams. I don't even know how you do that. Got some kind of motion thing going on. It's pretty dang cool. Mulan is finally heading to Disney Plus for $30. Here, let's get rid of this. That's in the way.
We're like, woohoo. And then, oh, man.
Yeah, I don't understand how anyone's going to buy this. Like, I am the top of the Disney consuming food chain, right? I consume as much Disney as pretty much anybody. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are in that pile, right? The show's called Disney. Good Morning Disney, right? I mean, we talk Disney stuff. There's no way I'm going to do this. And it's not like I'm poor. I'm not rich. But it's going to be free weeks later. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not like a big deal to drop the $30.
I mean, it's not nothing, but
wouldn't
it's a t-shirt. It's a
lunch
with my family.
That's just not what I would use $30 for.
Exactly. My goodness.
Even if
it's just not a good return on the investment. I mean, Disney's Mulan has been delayed multiple times this year. By the way, the previews have looked horrible. I'm hoping.
Really?
Yeah, I think it looks beautiful. I'm excited to see it.
But I'll just wait till it comes to the free version.
LSU Mom in the house. What's going on, LSU Mom? Good to see you in here. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I still love Michaela and Sully. Yeah, I happen to know somebody who's got about an inch. She's right there. Who still probably has a thing for Sully too. I know who Sully is, and he's not the big blue guy.
He's older now.
The big blue guy.
And he cut his hair.
We're older now.
He ruined it. He cut his hair off.
I don't like dudes with long hair, and
I
she does.
do.
I don't know how I caught her. Would I have had a better chance with you if I had long hair?
I don't know. Your hair's pretty quite crazy when it gets long. It gets like curly. Maybe. I don't know.
This is Jeff having long hair.
No, I like that.
I need a haircut.
I like the Italian look. It's more of you have more of a like Italian.
I just wish I was actually Italian. Thanks for lying to me, Mom. All right. I think you spit on my arm a little bit, but that's okay. But audiences will finally be able to see the blockbuster soon. I think that's part of the problem. They still think it's going to be a blockbuster. We'll see. Maybe it will. It just may not be in theaters. Disney announced on Tuesday that the remake of the 1998 animated classic will be heading to Disney Plus, the company's new streaming service, here's the news, for an additional fee of $29.99. The film will be available on September 4th. As it relates to news, Instagram launching a TikTok-like feature. I was wondering when that happened. That will take care of all of this and blow TikTok away just like they did Snapchat. Interesting. I didn't know that. They've been long discussing. There have been rumors. I don't know who they is when I say they've been discussing. So let me say it this way. There's been rumors on the internet in the business blog sphere that Disney was going to have a tiered level on Disney Plus. I have never believed it for once. It was big kind of news when they were launching, right after they launched, when they announced the price was so low, people just came up on their own, at least in my opinion, with the, I bet they'll have tiers. To which I do not believe, I don't believe, I did not believe, I still don't believe. I see no evidence for that. I don't believe it makes sense financially. And then out of the blue yesterday in the earnings meeting, Disney says, oh, by the way, we're going to have Mulan on Disney Plus, but it's going to cost you $30. So you can have the entire Disney Plus library, right? For what do we pay? $8? I don't even know.
I don't know. It was like a year of
$10,
I think we did like 1 or
$12.
2 years. For
I don't
like
know,
a flat
but there was a
rate.
whole bunch of deals. But if you signed up today, I think it's like $10 or $12
It wasn't
for
bad.
all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's call it $12. So then for 2.5 times that, you can watch it one time, Mulan. What planet?
I mean, you
this
could buy
percent?
this DVD for cheaper than $30.
I will buy the
That's-
DVD.
I mean, they're like $24 when
if
they
I
come
choose
out,
to buy
or
the
$19.
DVD, because on Disney, really, frankly, I probably won't, because Disney Plus will have it at that point. But I guess what you're doing is you're paying $30 to see it
First,
faster than
Yeah.
people who don't. Like, not even for like.
I mean, I guess you could
I don't understand.
sit your
it at all.
family down and do a watching party with popcorn and pretend you're at the movie
I
theater.
think they're saying in their business aspect of it, to me, the they must be saying, well, a family of 4 goes to the movies at $60, but I'm on my couch. There's no popcorn. I go for the big, beautiful screen, the comfy chair, the surround sound, the surround sound. And many people have very nice setups at the house. We don't.
No.
We're not big TV people. We've got a couple TVs around the house, obviously, like many do, but we don't have like a big, beautiful movie setup with surround sound. I think their play is going for that. And I guess from that perspective, $30 times a couple 100,000 is still significant money.
Yeah.
And so in my mind's eye, as I played through this last night, it makes sense in the, if you want to see it first and pop down $30, it doesn't cost them anything to hit a button and then make it available to everybody else. It would piss me off to pay $30 and then 4 weeks later it was free on Disney Plus. And I think that's what's going to happen. The blogosphere last night late, I stayed up pretty late reading a bunch of stuff. I was looking at stuff on the Beirut bombing, actually. It was hard to look away from, to be honest. But I was reading up on some Disney things too, and I stayed up too late. And anyway, it seems like the consensus that I was reading last night about this is simply they're trying to see if some of a lot of people use the word tent poles, if they're like the new Avengers stuff coming out or the new Star Wars stuff coming out. They're trying to see if the consumer will pay premium, like for a pay-per-view UFC. Will you pay for a premium on a premiere just to watch it at home? I don't think we will.
No.
But the world might. Like there was a time in my life that I said I'll never pay $100 for a UFC, and I've bought 10 or 15 of them in my life, right? 20 of 30, I don't know how many. So at some point the times do change and you have a different opinion. Maybe your financial situation is different. We never paid for it just to sit at the house and watch it. We did it with some friends, and we usually split the cost, or we'd buy one and they'd buy one.
Well, we would have like a watching party, and
exactly.
we'd bring food, and it was just more of a social thing added to it. And then we would just go in together. And
it's interesting too. Again, business talk. I apologize if I'm boring you to death. Hey, Keystone 76, what's going on? AMC, who was having trouble and even had bankruptcy lawyers involved, they're not going to go bankrupt. They're actually doing pretty good in this horrible time, and they're going to come out of it. They just made a deal with Universal because AMC was really mad when Universal had some movies that went straight to video. And I don't remember what they were. They were fairly big movies that went straight to video fairly recently during the pandemic. And AMC threw a fit. And I remember thinking, and I know other people wrote about this, AMC doesn't have a leg to stand on. You might go bankrupt. And AMC said, yeah, that's right. You can't be doing this. We need the movies. We might go bankrupt. And they made a deal with Universal. That news came out actually yesterday or the day before too. So it's interesting because I think my point in saying all of this is this is a big deal for a bunch of reasons. If Mulan at $30 a pop gets bought by a lot of people, that will change the viewing movie future for quite some time. The Universal thing with AMC was just a thing. What movie was that? It was like Trolls or something. I don't know. It was a non-Disney movie, obviously. It was a Universal movie. But it was a big deal. Everybody was looking forward to it. And they went straight to, I don't know where it went. I don't think it went to Netflix. It went straight to wherever it went. It didn't go into movie theaters because nobody's going to movies now. If Mulan goes well, $30 a pop, then they start premiering things on Disney Plus. Hey, Mike Wheeler, and not in the movie theaters. That decimates the movie theater business, especially in a time when nobody can go to movies. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know that long term.
It is a money grab, Keystone. It is.
Because a lot of time, like when you're going to the movies, it's kind of like you're taking your family, you're getting your popcorn. It's kind of the whole event.
You go out.
Yeah,
We
it's
get in
getting
and out.
right?
Uh-huh.
We
There's
go
an in and
to
out
eat.
next to the where we go.
It's like a whole night or a whole time that we're doing stuff together. So I don't think it'll change that as much, because I would still go to the movies because it's about going to the movie.
People are talking about will that be one of the things that changes about America? I do not believe so. I think we will still go to the movies, but there's an argument to be had there.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know. I mean, right now people are afraid to walk outside, although I don't really think they are.
No,
I think they want people to think they are. But what say you? Your local TV news station probably has pay-per-view sports in order to bring highlights to the fans. I mean, pay-per-view, it's not local. It's and it's not a highlight thing. I think you're a little confused there. Yeah, it's pay-per-view. So like Disney, ABC, Disney, pay-per-view events are on the Disney Plus app. So you have to subscribe $9.99 to the Disney Plus app, right, to get access to the premium programming, including ESPN Plus. You can have ESPN Plus without Disney Plus. Hey, Gonzo, what's going on? So you have to have the ESPN Plus app. Excuse me, I think I said that poorly. Let's start over. You have to have the ESPN Plus app monthly fee, $9.99 a month, I think, to access their pay-per-views, which are what, $69, $99.
Yeah.
Mostly I'm thinking UFC. I know they have others. I don't care about the other ones, so I don't know. I don't know if that is, I hope that helps, Keith. That's what I was trying to say. Staying on Disney news and a little businessy. Epcot, as we mentioned, all the other parks attendance, they're seeing a slight but steady rise, but not Epcot. Tangerine Cafe now closed due to lack of demand. There's just not enough people there. It's interesting stuff. This is straight from Blog Mickey. A lot of people in the Disney community are on Blog Mickey a lot, including me. Excuse my cough, guys. I apologize. Tangerine Cafe is now listed as temporary closed on the Walt Disney World website. The quick service dining location initially reopened with the rest of Epcot on blah, 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 blah. Confirmed closed. No reopening date currently set. Disney has updated the official website and removed it from the list of restaurants open at Epcot. It's temporarily unavailable. Why? There's all kinds of speculation apparently on the blogs. I'm just reading that there was. I didn't read the speculation, but clearly it's because nobody's there. It's like there's a whole community that gets really mad when Disney takes something away. They take things away for one reason and one reason only. They can have more people somewhere else. So if you like it, go, because if there's no line, it goes away.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of economics 101, right? So, but Tangerine Cafe people love. I don't think I've ever been there to eat, but I know people love it. Have you eaten there that I'm unaware of? Do you remember it at all?
I don't think so.
Staying on Blog Mickey, they say here that, as they've told you for a couple of weeks now on their blog, obviously, there's a palpable lack of demand to take Walt Disney Vacation right now, which goes right to what we were saying. It is now a locals park. Disneyland has been a locals park for years. Currently, Walt Disney World is a locals park. It is.
Well, I mean, the lack of demand is not just the corona fear. It's people aren't working their normal jobs right now. I mean, people are unemployed. Things are different right now. You're not spending your extra money on vacation.
38% of people have been, I think, are out of work right now. I think I said, which is an annualized BS number. It's really about 10%, and that gets way into the economic weeds. But 10% is still real.
It's real.
That's
right.
all. That's 10%. I mean, that's one out of
when
10
people aren't real confident.
Misty, it's a blog. Yeah, it's blogmickey.com, right? Yeah, blogmickey.com. It's just one of the many Disney blogs that I go check out. They're pretty big. They're actually a very big one. I'm sorry. I think I interrupted.
No.
Hollywood Studios is the park to be this. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Star Wars.
I still haven't done 2 new attractions, and they're both there, Gonzo. First time I ever rode Millennium Falcon was with you. I still haven't had my first ride on Rise of the Resistance.
We haven't either.
Yeah. Nor have I done the Mickey and Minnie Runaway train. I've done it on Instagram. I've done it on YouTube. Obviously, it's not the same. I can't wait. I'm not equally excited for both. I'm a Star Wars nut, but I'm not. It's not like I'm not super excited about. There's no Mickey ride anywhere but there, so I'm actually pretty excited about that. Yeah. Anyway, Misty, I hope you. Yeah, it's a blog. I said that right. I feel bad we're not even bothering with Epcot when we go.
See, Epcot's I didn't want to either.
She would skip it. It's my favorite.
When we go this next time, I was thinking about just skipping it.
Well,
I mean, it's just different.
I guess it depends on what you're going for. I mean, if you want Disney's up again, almost 129 now. Gonzo, I know you're a Disney stockholder. You having a good day, buddy? I am. I lost my train of thought. I think that for me, Epcot's my favorite, and specifically World Showcase is my favorite. I honestly, when I think about living in Orlando, I'm obviously thinking about World Showcase.
Food.
Walking
around.
I
love
the
Christmas
cultures
too. But walking around Epcot with a mask, trying to do food and wine with your mask on, it doesn't seem appealing to me.
Oh, I agree with that. Time. We went on a little mini vacation last week. We were up in St. Louis, and it was the most we've ever worn our mask because it's the most we've been out and about. You know,
right.
We're still working. We've been back to work.
We never not worked. We just had to switch to home.
I think, though, while I kind of mock the craziness that is masks, and I kind of do, I got to be honest. I mean, if I cough in it and I'm using it to save your life, but I just throw it in the trash, it must not be very. Oh, LSU mom, thank you. I think it would be biohazard, right? If it was really that dangerous. So I think it's a little bit nuts, but I think it does help people feel better. I think that was part of the idea, honestly. I deeply believe that it will come out that was part of the idea, but I think it's actually gone the other way. I think that it's made people Karens and everybody's policing everybody else, and everybody's mad at everybody. And I think that the world is just looking for a reason to be mad at everybody right now. And I think it's very toxic. So that's my problem with the masks. Also, I think the stuff I've read doesn't say that it helps that much, but I do wear them. I'm not.
Yeah.
I say that, and people think that I don't wear it. I do because I was asked
what the government has asked us to do.
I might laugh at it, but I'm still going to do it. But my point is, last week I wore it more than I have at all, just because we were going out in public.
Right.
You know, I'm choosing to work from home as much as I can. I'm choosing to set up our organization as best we can to not interact as much. Right. So I haven't been going, even when we go shopping, I don't go. I stay home, right? Because I don't like to go shopping anyway. But so that's an easy one. But my point is, last week we were out and about. I wore my mask more than I've done at all ever in my whole life last week. And people keep saying you get used to it. I mean, I'm not used to it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not. I don't hate it. And I don't know how it would be at Disney. That was a whole long diatribe to say, I don't know how it would go at Disney. But what I need to say is LSU mom, thank you. Super sticker. Oh, I don't even have it up to the super stickers. Let's see what the super sticker was. I don't have up the.
That's awesome.
But $20 super sticker. LSU mom, I love you. Never expected. Always makes me always feel guilty sometimes, but I appreciate you and I love it. Thank you very much. But I don't know what the super sticker is. I'm gonna go look because it doesn't show on StreamYard.
Yeah.
And I didn't pull up the thing, but I'm gonna do it right now.
There it is.
Thanks for being. Oh, that's cute. No, LSU mom, thanks for being you. What is that? A pear?
So cute.
Is that a pear?
Yeah.
I do love the super stickers.
They're fun.
I remember when they came out with, hey, we're gonna have super stickers, and I'm like, oh, that sounds really dumb. I love them. Is it a mirror? What? It's like
looking in the mirror.
Is it a mirror? Is he got a what are those
workout.
things called? Like Jose and
Maraca.
Maraca. Is that a Maraca? LSU mom, love you. Appreciate the support.
That's cute.
I don't know why I like those little stickers so much, but I do. But obviously the money makes me happy too. I appreciate you. Agree 100% about the mask. For video edit man. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those guys that is dissuading people from wearing a mask. That's not my goal. I think it's a little crazy, but I'm wearing them. But I don't know if I want to get to your point, if I want to do it at a park for 4 days in a row. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I don't think I want to do it for 4 days. I would rather sit at the pool in the resort.
And we've talked about that, and that might be our October trip.
Definitely am not interested in trying to pull it down, touching it, and then eating, and then touching. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not about the eating with it on.
And you guys, if you know me well, if you're a veteran, you know that I'm not overly worried about what everybody thinks. But I don't want to walk down Main Street and have a bunch of Karens looking at me like, oh, he's sipping his soda.
Well, you have to have it on the whole time.
Yeah, they changed that. That's right. They changed that. Good point.
That's why I'm saying I don't.
It's not that though. Like, it's hot there. And
yes.
I think, so we were doing our trip in October because a good buddy of mine, I'll just say it, Pete was going to be out there. And he's not going to be out there now. And I hope I'm not saying anything I'm not supposed to say. Pete, are you here? I may have just said something I'm not supposed to say. But regardless, we were going to go meet up with a friend. Let's put it that way. And it's our anniversary anyway. So, hey, honey, you want to do this? We can do this. So we're going anyway, but we're not going to do a couple of things we want to do. Now, originally the thought was, well, I'll go out and I'll do a YouTube meetup, and I'll meet with some of my friends and we'll have a day for that. And,
right.
some of you in chat right now. And
Because we had
But-
planned it before all of this went stupid.
Now I think it's if we go, which I still think we're going to go, but if we go, I think we might probably just hunker down at the, I don't know where we're staying and just not
Right
be
now,
home.
it's
Right?
Old Key West.
Oh, cool. There
Because
you
the
go.
other one is closed.
That's right. I think I knew that. So I don't know. This is much ado about. I have no idea. I mean, we still have a few months to go. It's August,
Right.
but it's not October.
So I guess we'll just wait and see.
Anyway, it's a pair with a maraca. I thought so. I like pears, but I like maracas.
I think he was looking at himself in the mirror.
I know I
I
am.
thought that's what
Thank you for it, man. I appreciate that. I love this channel, but you know what? Oh, where'd it go?
Maybe
I
it
love
is.
this channel because of you guys. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, LC Mom's leaving already. LC Mom, thank you for being here. I don't know where it went, but that's sweet of you to say. And I must have went up when I should have went down. Character looking at himself in the mirror saying, "Thanks for being you," with hearts popping out of his eyes. That's awesome. Hearts popping. I have to wear a mask for work for 8 to 10 hours with. Yeah. So are you used to it? Is it still an annoyance? I would be interested. I have not worn it for hours straight ever. I mean, I wore it.
No,
Walk in
it's
a
just to run in and out.
museum, and yeah, I don't know. They are, yeah. Oh, thank you. They're just so fun. LSU Mom. Jeff with super stickers on stream yard. You right click on the icon and copy and paste it. Oh yeah, well, it already went away. I'll check that out. Thank you. Hey, there it is. I did go the wrong way. Thank you. You guys have a great channel. I appreciate that. I love our channel, but I love our channel because of you guys. Like I really do. I love that we create stuff. Don't get me wrong, but it's the interaction, it's the comments. So thank you for that. I only get mad when people don't wear them where it's required. Like if the county says wear it. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
That's
totally.
where
Like,
we are.
we run a store, and our community, our county is not mandating that they wear a mask.
Right. Where our business is, there's no mandate.
And so we have people who are mad at the people who aren't wearing a mask. When it was mandated, we had people who were mad that they had to wear a mask.
Yes.
And so there is it's a no-win situation.
They
Someone is going to be mad
upset
on both
either
sides of it. And I guess this is going to sound weird because you guys all know that I care, but I don't care. If it's the rule, give unto Caesar. If it's the rule of the government and I choose to live here, I choose to work there. It's like the Ellen thing. Everybody's mad at Ellen now because there's a toxic work environment, but I worked there for 8 years. You're probably a liar. How about that? You just want to hate on somebody who's huge. You're a fan of people's fall. It's a little bit like that. They just want to be on the side. Like I've had people. So like, will you call me at work? If you call me for work. So if you call Disney or if you're at Disney and you complain, you're in their system forever. Okay. You know that? You should know that. I bet most people know that, but in case you don't, people like, let's say I had a dad who was a jerk to people in customer service. Let's just be random about it. They would have had it down every time the Bates family came in. The guy's a jerk. You know what that means? They're going to be on high alert. Okay. So part of it is to give the customer a good experience. But you know what also means? You ain't getting any free fun stuff. You're a jerk, right? I do that too. And it's not hard. And you should too, by the way. So if you call me for work and you complain about my staff and I know you're just a jerk and it's not feedback that I think I should accept, it's just somebody being a Karen, being a jerk, being hateful on my staff, I put it in here. I got a call yesterday from somebody and her name on the phone was crazy lady who hung up on us after we blah, 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 blah. Somebody was mad at us about something. I don't remember the details. And so she calls and of course she's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. How you doing? I'm like, oh, hey, whatever her name is. Boom. There's always a couple seconds of silence.
Yeah.
Why? Because they know
shocked.
I know. And do they know? And sometimes we get it the other way around. Sometimes it's a sweet lady who's, oh, you remember my name, blah, blah, blah. And I put it in there because sometimes it's Mrs. Smith, super sweet lady who donated a book or whatever. I'm just making that up. But sometimes it's Mrs. Smith, the Wicked Witch of the West. And so when you say hi, whatever, they know. Well, it's the same kind of thing. Disney knows. Why am I telling you this? What are we talking about? I don't know.
People getting mad at not wearing masks or.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. People just want to be on both sides. The point was they will take either side of the argument.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Mulan $30 thing?
There's no way.
If I said to you, hey, it's Friday night, Mulan's out today, it's going to cost us $30. You want to watch it?
I would say no.
You wouldn't even for sure say yes if it was free, true or false. Like if it was just free, if I said, hey, Mulan's on Disney Plus tonight, do you want to watch it? You would say yes.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
if there was nothing else to do. You wouldn't
Right.
make a day of it, right?
No.
So I don't know why they think it's going to work.
I mean, maybe if I was like a crazy Mulan fan, and I've been
We like
waiting for
Mulan
this
more than the
movie,
average human
we
being. Come
do,
on.
but I don't know. $30 is just too much.
In the whole scope of the world, I would say we're in the top 1% of the top 1% of Mulan fans.
I mean, I don't even rent the movies when they're $4.99.
Because
like, I don't know, but I guess
I bet it
maybe.
is a mirror since the image is identical.
Talking about your little sticker.
Let's get caught up in chat. Part of your world, adventures in the house. What's going on? Glad you're here. Like father, like son, says Sandy. Sure, it's always happened. Say, I have to do something. People will rebel. I think we are in the era of pushing back against the boss. I think young people, you go on their Twitter and on their Instagram, they are hating on their parents like crazy. And I think it's part of life. I get that. But you know, it seems to be more lately. Hey, Andy with an O, what's going on? Normally I'm like you do, but we have to enforce people wearing a mask in our store. And when I tell them they have to wear them in the store, they go all psycho on us. I'm ruining their freedom. Sarai, I think from what you're saying, I think I'm in agreement. What I believe and what I think is irrelevant. The rule is the rule. I can stay home or I can follow the rules, right? I mean, I don't like rules. I mean, we joke about it all the time. I kind of hate rules, but I think rules are put in place by people who don't have power to hold things over other people. But not trying to get overly political or overly crazy, but yeah, if the local government, if the state government,
the government is making your store enforce masks, then they can't come in unless they have the mask on. They'll have to shop somewhere else.
That was kind of my point.
Shop.
At one point, you had to wear a mask to come in my store.
Right.
Then at one point, I can't make you wear a mask.
Right,
like,
because they got.
I'm just following somebody's rules. There.
Right. Just because we want to stay open.
It's not an option. We're staying open.
Yeah.
So we're going to follow the rules. It's like you know, I joke all the time about how I don't like rules. But I've said on the stream plenty of times, I would rather go to jail than not be able to go to Disney. Now, it depends on the time period, but if I could go to jail for 3 months or never get to go to Disney again, I'm going to jail for 3 months. It's not even, I don't even care. I would write a book is what I would do. But I mean, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. You have to follow the rules or don't play in their sandbox, right? And I don't like that people can tell me what I can do at my business, but they can, so I have to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Sarai, I'm not sure where you work, but I totally understand. You know, it is what it is. Got to do it. If it was a movie I wanted to see, I would pay $30 only because as a family of 5, we would pay. See, I hear that, and maybe that's the play that they're going with. Part of your world adventures. I'm not going to pay $30 for a movie at my house. No. I don't know. Put sign up on the door. Yeah, we got signs everywhere. Yesterday I had a sign, had a lady sitting in front of the cones, to which I know what the sign says. It says what it says, and she's outside the store and she's on the phone with me. Well, this happens all the time. We talk about it all the time. And she said, hey, you know, how do I donate to you? I'm like, oh, you drive down, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, I'm here now. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. So, well, how do I get the stuff to you? I'm like, oh, come inside.
Bring it in.
Oh, but I'm sitting at the door that usually the door's open. I'm like, yeah, it's closed, right? Yeah. Can you see that sign that says, if door's closed, please come inside? And I even said, oh, if you're worried about coming inside, just get one of those carts. I'm not there right now. You are, but I bet because we have shopping carts. There's probably like 4 out front, right? Because there's always, they drive to take their stuff to their car and they leave it there, and our staff go out and get. I mean, so 90% of the time there's a couple carts outside. I mean, I guess there's a chance there wasn't a cart there, but even if you don't want to go inside, just, you know, I don't know, whatever. So my point is on that, Sandy, is you can put up signs, but you can't make people read. I don't know why hating your parents is normal. I never did. I mean, it is a thing now, Ma. Like, you go on Instagram and Twitter, and especially highly political youth are mocking and openly hating on their families. It's pretty rough. I follow a lot of Disney cast members, and those that are politically loud are hateful towards their parents. It's a thing. Joy's World, what's going on, man? How are you? Agreed, Jeff. Back in the day, even if you didn't like the rule, you still follow the rule. I don't like most rules. The truth is, you follow the rules or you take your toys and play somewhere else. It's the whole silly thing. If I don't want to play with you, I'll take my balls and go home, right? But if I do want to whatever, then I must follow those rules. Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that they do. Anyway, Joey's World, I'm glad you're here. One of my favorites. Actually, I almost bought a Joey's World shirt. I need to go buy a Joey's World shirt. Yeah, I think. Oh, where'd it go? See, I gotta not talk and hit the button because that's what happens. Where'd it go?
We lost it.
Try to caught up in chat. Yeah, I think $30 was too much because Onward came out, and yeah, it's true, it did. And I believe that it was only $10, but I had a little time in theaters prior. I think it was in theaters for like a couple of weeks, but it went live on Disney Plus. I don't know. I might have that wrong.
Yeah, because I remember we had people who had seen it in the theater.
I think so.
Talking about it.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I must rather starve instead of not able. What I must. Yeah, right. I don't know about starving. I like my food. But if there's any company that could get me to follow their rules, it's Disney. I'm not going to break their rules because I want to go back. Can you imagine being banned from Disney? Like I would probably sob.
Yeah, it would be sad.
Signs everywhere. Signs blocking that scenery, breaking my. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the chat? Hey, Jackie. I feel like I couldn't get to that noise anyway, but with my, whatever's going on with my goo, I was a little rough, but you're welcome. You're welcome. Ooh, that's not a thing on my page. I will delete, unfollow anyone that's being negative and hateful. Yeah, I mean, it's rough. I mean, as somebody who's trying to build a YouTube online community, it's hard to not follow a bunch of people and have it affect you. Like I do come on here and I want to be Mr. Positivity, but sometimes I'm not, I couldn't be a pastor. At some point I'd say, shut up. At some point I would say, if your problem has been the same problem for 12 years, it's probably you. At some point I would say, you're in a boat, you're sinking, somebody comes by and wants to help you. No, God will save me. You seek more. No, somebody comes by. No, I don't need your help. God will take care of me. And then you die and you go to heaven. You're like, God, why didn't you help me out? Well, idiot, I sent you 100 dudes that could help you. I think at some point we are responsible for our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, how we treat everybody else. And I do think in this era, it's clear that most people want to, they watch their Kardashians and they like it. And they think, like we have former employees, we have people in our family, we have all these things, all these people in our life that we all know, you do and I do. They just like the drama. And I think this time is the greatest gift to some losers out there that have ever been. And I say that, and again, I probably just pissed off 3 or 4 people. I know people don't like it when I call them losers, but there are winners and there are losers. And the difference between that is your attitude, not your bank account. So saith me. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, just said no to Microsoft. That's kind of big. I have a strong opinion on that. I don't think it's going to sell. I think they gave them 45 days to make the sale. Talking about TikTok and will it stay a thing? I think they gave them 45 days to make it look like they're doing something. I think that the federal government knows that in the election year, a bunch of people who are low information will flip the heck out. And I think both sides of the federal government, whether it be a Trump win or a Biden win, will get rid of TikTok in America over the holidays after the election. So saith me. What do I know? We'll find out if I'm right. That's because they think their parents are stupid. And why are they stupid? Because they want their kids to make something valuable of their lives. I think it's just part of the way that we're made. We have to pull away, and we have to be given reasons to pull away. And I think most kids, we work with kids. I think it's natural for kids to get mad at their parents and to think, they're stupid. And it helps them leave the nest a little bit, which is funny because they're staying in the nest longer and longer and longer, but they're a little bit hateful too. No, I'm not talking about my kids. I'm talking about in general here. But I think once they get into their 30s, once they have a couple kids, once they see their kids screaming in their face exactly what they were screaming in their mommy's face, they come back. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say. Then there's like a different respect. because holy moly, how did you do this?
Yeah, right. And listen, you don't love your kids in an attempt to get stuff.
No.
You love your kids because you love your kids. Some people are drama gluttons. Exactly. We're almost out of time, but I do think there was another Disney story, and let's get to it real fast. Maybe we got to them all. I feel like there was another that we didn't get to, and I don't want to. We talked about Tangerine Cafe, right? We did.
Yep.
Let me just start at the top here. Oh, Chapek on Cancellations. There it was. So Bob Chapek is the big guy now at Disney.
We kind of touched base on
they
that
should
a little
rid.
bit.
Yeah, we did. I mentioned that I would mention it. They should rid of Twitter too. I can't stand Twitter. I cannot stand Twitter. I'm trying. Walt Disney's chief executive and its CFO, chief financial officer. This is straight from deadline.com. It's just a website. Said that the dramatic spike in Florida COVID-19 infections last month, right when Walt Disney World reopened, have resulted in higher cancellations of the park than they first anticipated. Chapek and financial officer, who cares, said that the park is meeting the financial criteria set by Disney to sustain a reopening. My point in saying that is simply this. The math is the math is the math. You need so many customers to break even, and they are breaking even. The loss happened because of what were they closed for 100 days, I think, which is a full quarter, which was the quarter, basically the quarter that they just reported on where they lost a couple $2 billion. But again, the investors said, that was good news. I don't know how losing a couple $2 billion in a quarter is good news, but the investors who were waiting for that to come out and bought like crazy, and they still are this morning. So my point in sharing that is I think that's really good news. You know, it's like a movie theater. You need a 10% nerd talk. Here it comes. You need 10% capacity to be profitable because they make money in popcorn and stuff like that. So when you're at AMC and there's only 20 people in the seats. Well, if there's only 200 seats in that theater, they're doing fine. Well, I mean, they're able to stay ahead of the game, So you don't need to fill every seat, and it's the same at Disney. You don't need to hit capacity. Those days they hit capacity, they're rolling in the dough. Wise parents, you two are. Oh, I appreciate that. I don't know if my kids would agree, but
yeah,
I appreciate that. The Disney news, they have turkey legs there. Amen, amen, amen. Good morning, resort budgeting. We're having a good day, right? I'm only up $12 on my Disney sock this morning. You see, I'm having a good day too. And it's not just that, but Disney's definitely having a good day. We've been talking about that a lot. I appreciate you being here, Resort Budgeting. Yeah, he sent me a note on Slack yesterday and put me in a good mood. I went down the rabbit hole, and I didn't buy anything this week. I should have bought last week, but whatever. I got some stuff. We're doing some other things instead. It's called a frying pan to the head, right? And aim of a shoe walking you. My grandma used to take her shoe off. She never threw it.
She would grab it and threaten you with
Jeffy.
it.
And at the end, I would be saying, Grandma, I've seen you throw. I'm safe. Which really pissed her off.
And then she'd laugh.
I mean, her pissed off is just, you only get 3 veal parmesans tonight.
Yeah.
I think we're done. I love you guys. Yesterday on Pat Flynn's The Income Stream, it was really good. If you're into building a financial stream of income online, yesterday was really good. It's called The Income Stream by Pat Flynn. That's usually where I go after this, unless we have to rush off to work. Today we are going into work, but I'm going to watch the show. And then we'll leave after that. So I'll be over there. You can check it out if you want. Myers and the Mouse have been going live a little bit. I don't know if they're going live today or not. Yesterday we did the baseball show, Bush League Baseball channel, and then I did a show on my about 45 minutes on my channel. I'll be doing some late night baseball talks now and then. Tomorrow night, Thursday night on Pete McDevitt's channel, we're talking about football. I unfortunately do not think we're going to have a season, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong. Italian, Russian grandma, need I say more? Italian grandma, need I say more? Russian grandma sounds fun. And Italian grandmas are fun.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know why I think of Russian grandmas as these big, sweet, huggy people. Am I wrong? I'll let you tell me tomorrow. Dodgers won, so you're in a good mood. Sandy Norris, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. 3080 still in the house. We hit a little over 40. I saw it jump up and down from 25 to 40. I appreciate you guys. I'm sure I annoyed some people. Not my intention, but I'm going to spread what I believe is my truth, and I hope I share some positivity. I hope I did that today. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to my moderators. Good morning, Sean VP. What's going on? Thank you to everyone who was watching in Ninja mode. Thank you for everyone who participated. Thank you if you're watching on the replay. If you're watching on the replay and you stayed here till the end, there should be like a special prize for you, because if you watch the replay and you stay till the end, you a trooper. So sure nuts, thank you. You have a great day too. Appreciate you all. Everyone, please go on a cruise ASAP. So yeah, my Carnival and Norwegian stocks would agree. It's probably the thing I'll buy next week. What little money I have to put in, it's going to probably go into that and or Sonos, but that's a whole other conversation. Anything you want to say to people before we say goodbye?
No, we'll just see you tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning and every morning at this time, 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock
I actually think
Eastern
I have a
time.
baby in the morning.
I was going to
you
say.
might be seeing me and the baby.
Whoa.
I'll have to see if I can get back and forth.
Clickbait. Baby clickbait? Yeah. Probably.
This one's kind of an
She's
angry
cuter
baby,
than
though.
me. Yeah? Well, we'll find out.
I got a video last
I did.
night.
I'm watching.
She was mad.
I'm watching something. I'm doing a little work and I'm watching something, and all of a sudden she's got a video on it. It's a screaming baby. Like, what are you doing?
And a text saying you
She's
need
laughing.
to come and get your grandchild, and she's just tantruming. It's the best.
Yes, Tina McNeil, I love you. May your stocks go up and your Dodgers win, unless they're playing the Mets. The Mets lost Cespedes. Yoenis Cespedes got $611,000 for the 2020 season in which he participated in 9 games. Wait, what? Did you say that? Did you hear that? $611,000 for 9 games.
That's a lot of Disney trips.
The Mets paid him over $110 million, and he played, I believe, 127 total games for him. I might have that data wrong. I don't think I do.
He could buy all the DVC points.
If you've got a son, he needs to be swinging a bat and throwing a ball. All right. We love babies too. Babies are amazing clickbait, right? We need to get a cute picture and do the,
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we need to now. We'll find out. I don't know what time she can be here. Love you all. Love the baby. Love my wife.
Thank you.
And I love life. And I hope you do too. Fear not. It's going to be okay. There's bad stuff, but there's always bad stuff. Concentrate on the good stuff and your life will be better. Or stick you can cry and whine and be depressed, I suppose. The anxiety level in America right now is insanely through the roof. And I think people like it. And I think we're spreading it. And I think that's a sin. And I hope you help people have a better day. If you're stressed out, if you're freaking out, if you're in your own head, here's the magic. Dr. Jeff coming at you, and we'll end with this. Go do something for somebody that can't do anything back. Call a friend. Reach out to somebody who maybe you don't even know well. Do something for them. It's the best thing you can do to be selfish for yourself. I guarantee it. If you don't think I'm right, try it. Tell me tomorrow how awesome I am, because I'm right, and you know I am. Can buy into Golden Oaks with that money, right? Hey, I got $20 super chat today.
Hey, woo-hoo.
I need a
closer.
golden oak. I need a little piece of oak that I color golden. And I just put my.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. All right, love you. Actually, no, I don't want to say that. I'll say that for tomorrow. Love you. Have the best day ever. Have fun storming the castle. Go wash your hands. Wear your mask. If you're going outside. All right. See you. I should hit the button.